It's a kick in the head, so close your eyes. Some say it's dead, but we're alive.
It's Only Love came about right at the end of the writing process. It kind of came alive without us really realising what was going on. I think we were just there having fun, and I think it really, really works.
Do you think you would see it through? It's only love. It's only love.
I ended up referencing, the Frank Sinatra song where he says, "Ain't another kick in the head." Amy Winehouse, "Love is a losing game, it's a losing game that I won't play." And all these things were insinuating that it was love that I was talking about, rather than laying it out so blatantly. It was just like, make subtle references towards the fact that we're going to be talking about love eventually. The Fire being the title track of the album, purely because it was the first and the last track I started writing for the album. And it came together really quite quickly, the whole feel of the song. And we just had such a great energy with it, and a great feeling, but we never quite got what we wanted from the chorus. I mean, the song started so strong. And then it wasn't till the day before I wrote It's Only Love, I was in the studio and I was like, well, I've got this one song that's really niggling me, and I put it on, and then, within half an hour we had the chorus, and it was exactly the chorus that I think the verse was kind of crying out for. For Every Heartbreak, I wrote with a guy called Steve Booker, and I was so excited to work with him. He's done some incredible songs for Duffy, most famously, who was involved with Stepping Stone and Mercy and a lot of the others. And he's just a cool guy. I had the melody actually from my phone. I'd picked up my nephew's ukulele that I bought him for Christmas, and basically we'd written the verse, and then we went from there, and then the chorus came to me and we put the track together quite quickly, and then it was always a kind of a no-brainer from there on.
Snowfall on the treetops, the streets are bare.
Water, it's quite a special song on the album, I think. It's just in its production, and it's a song about loss, whether it be a family member. It's a very similar sentiment to All for Nothing on Letters. You can relate it to anyone or anything.
Can't go back, can't fight this. Water, teardrops falling like rain.
I think it's just very sonically it's kind of moving and quite haunting, and it's one of my favourite tracks on the album.
I've been sleeping, both eyes wide open. I've been waiting for a moment like this.
Anywhere is a track I wrote with Ben Earl. We originally had the beat in a kind of a disco feel. We were imagining that you're stood in at a festival and you're feeling like nothing else matters.
All the
But then I wasn't quite happy with the disco thing, so we switched the beat up. It slowed it down. We didn't change the tempo at all, but it did feel like it slowed it down ever so slightly. And then, I don't know, I just had this real kind of African vibe, I suppose, going on with the BVs. It's quite a satisfying feeling listening to it. I wrote Anyone Else in LA, and I was going through some stuff at the time, and this was just one angle of it. I mean, I woke up one morning and I felt a certain way about the situation, and just picked up the guitar, and we had a Telecast with quite a kind of gritty sound on it, and I just started playing the riff at the top of the song. And we just went with it, and it's funky and you can dance to it. It's very poppy, but I think that's just how I was feeling on that day. Yeah.
I can't stand to be with anyone else. Losing love, losing my faith. The only thing she left me were all of my mistakes.
Empire I also wrote in LA. Again, another angle on the situation that I was feeling at the time. It was another one of those kind of bouncing around in the studio moments when we finally got the chorus.
And all my love, you lift me up. All my love, you come along. You filled my heart, replaced my faith with a blinding light from a perfect face.
The track is big in its sound, and we definitely wrote that with playing it live in mind.
Build an empire. Leave my life. Draw my hand.
All That Matters was one of the first tracks I wrote on a piano. I was in a situation with the person I was with at the time, and she wanted to leave, and I remember starting to write the track about if she left. It kind of came out really, really quickly. The main bulk of the song was there within sort of 20 minutes.
I will understand. I'm a breaking man.
By the time I went to finish the song, the person I was with had gone permanently, and I didn't feel I could write the second verse about them then being gone. So we just kind of agreed that it was what it was. Everything that track is about happened in that 20-minute period.
It's the only thing that matters at all. Too long staring at the same page, through love and through rage. I wanna run, wanna stay the same.
Lately I wrote with James Walsh, who I'd written some tracks with on Letters. We were at the end of a session and I just played it to him, and he absolutely loved it, and I was like, but I don't know what to do beat-wise. So he got on the drums and then had the beat, and I was like, that's perfect. It's very minimal, it's very massive attack, and it lets the piano part breathe and do what it's designed to do. It's about, things are going to get better. It's as simple as that. It kept growing and growing and growing through, since we demoed it before we went to LA. And the 3 months on, the track just grew and grew and grew. And it's a bit of a monster now. It's one of my favourite tracks on the album by a long way.
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. First time ever I saw your face.
First time ever I saw your face was a big moment for me on the show, and I still get people in the street talking about it and saying how they felt about it and how it made them feel at the time. So we decided that we were going to re-record it and put it on the album, and I'm really, really pleased with the way this one's turned out. I went to a studio where we had a cellist and a grand piano, and we just did a few takes of it. But I think we've got the moment that I had on the show on record now, which is a brilliant thing for me.